Alright, you behave. No more Serenoa. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Triangle Strategy. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we saw a little bit of some side stories and did the one mental mock battle that we've been waiting on for a while. And this time, well, we got one more mental mock battle, the battle under 3 flags. So let's just do that real quick. This one shouldn't take too long. It's a fairly quick mission as well. I still don't do this much as close quarters combat. It's just not really as useful of a mission. Although, I mean, still couldn't go too wrong. Probably. Let's just begin the battle, though. Shouldn't take too long to do this. Could finally actually see Archibald in action. We didn't really get to see him too much. Well, we haven't got to see him really at all yet. He had the one mission last time where he got one attack in. He's just very slow, and he was in an unfortunate spot. So, we're gonna move Anna up and have her take cover. Always good for Anna to take cover. And she's also going to definitely be the next one for a promotion. It's because she is very good. Very, very good unit. Of course, obviously pretty much everyone from Character Story, well, actually everyone from Character Stories, starts off as a veteran unit, so they do have the 4 TP as opposed to 3 TP to start. Always something to keep in mind. That one probably should have rammed foe just to get the extra movement forward, but I believe Hyzant's not weak to anything? Yeah, Hyzant has no weaknesses. Also could just be because he's a shield bearer that he has no weaknesses, but there are different skills depending on what kind of enemy you're fighting. So as Frosty Bowman will have ice arrows. I believe Hyzantian archers have fire arrows. They don't show up too much though, so that's fine. And you, not really affected too much. You, 54... 6-4. So yeah, the edged arrow is very good. Ha!
I'll give it my best.
What a great sound clip. Ha! Archibald does amuse me at least. Of course, wind works very well on Narv because it does have that little bit of extra utility of just moving people, turning them around.
I feel better than ever.
Throughout the moment of truth. And Bowman... No, I think it's the Glenbrook Bowman that have fire arrows. Yeah, Glenbrook Bowman have fire arrows. So Glenbrook, generally, fire as frost is, well, frost. Makes sense if you think about it. Even if you don't think about it, it makes a little bit of sense. I should have Frosty Feathered just to silence the mage. No, well. Yeah, Glenbrook, focus on fire. As Frost focuses on ice. It's not really... It's kind of just to show off that depending on who you're fighting, you might have some different things. It mainly comes into play in the mental mock battles. So that's not really something to worry about all too much. You are not going to be an issue because you are infuriated. 23 damage. You probably wouldn't die to poison. Again, I don't know how much damage poison actually does. Opportunity attack. Thank you.
Feisty, aren't we?
Thank you very much. We can go over here, we can cleave.
What a pain.
Bonk bonk. Sadly, it is a retroactive TP boost, so... Not retroactive. It's a not retroactive TP boost. It's quite the opposite. Yeah, Hospitals are going to take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. One thing that I will say, so just because I'm always curious, I always want to see what the general consensus is. Looking up tier lists in a game like this is pretty much something to be expected. It's basically second nature with tactical RPGs. You want to find out who the best units are.
What should I do?
Honestly, best units are just the It's a very cheesy answer, but the best units are just the ones that you're good with. So for example, a lot of tier lists I see will have, there's another character that we hopefully will be getting fairly soon that I've seen ranked very low a lot of times that I'm just not a fan of. Roland is really the big one of pay attention, just kind of figure out who you like on your own for this game, because there are, different people are going to play different ways. Roland is very inconsistent on where he's ranked in any tier list. Roland, I've seen him be ranked one of the top 3 units. I've seen him be ranked bottom 5 unit. He's very, very hit or miss. And yeah, that really just kind of depends on how you like playing. I'm personally not the greatest fan of how Roland plays. I'm liking him a little bit. He's growing on me a tad bit, just because opportunity attack is pretty nice, moving him around a lot, but is it really worth it? I don't know. He's not a I don't find him to be too fantastic on damage. He does have some, he has basic AoE with, not necessarily AoE, but he attacks multiple people with his normal attacks, which is always nice. So, I don't know, just don't really listen to what other people have to say. Find out what units you like and use them more often. I love using Huette. She's generally seen as kind of a mid-tier unit, and mid-high tier, I guess. I've seen using for Huette, but I love using Huette in battle. She is fantastic. She cheeses the game a little bit, especially as we saw in the last proper mission. But Huette just does really good. Only thing I've seen is with a problem for Huette is that she doesn't really do all too much. She's very inaccurate, weirdly enough. Accuracy is not an issue for pretty much any other character except Huette. I have seen Huette miss so many times, and I don't know what is up there. Archibald, there's Aerospray. Aerospray, I believe, has the same sort of range as Whirlwind, but it's physical damage.
Not good.
So, it's nice. Not necessarily the best out there, but it's something.
Aim and
Constricting Net, let's just slow you down a little bit.
You cannot impede progress.
You cannot impede progress. Infuriating healer is always good. Infuriating any type of mage is good because while it seems weird, a lot of times Infuriate will be on more tanky characters. And those physically tanky characters are very squishy to mages. The fact that Fury forces the enemy to do only normal attacks is really good. So that's something to take solace in, I suppose. But yeah, I think at this point we'll probably just give the kill to Archibald. He's the lowest on levels. And probably shouldn't have done Wall of Ice. That'll most likely block Archibald's view. But, At this point, I'm just gonna spam plus. That will slow things up. I don't think that Edge Darrow will do much change. Oh, actually, surprisingly it does. But yeah, Aerospray, same sort of range as Whirlwind. So 34 as opposed to 25. But we can't hit because of the wall. Yeah. 43 damage, nice work from Archibald.
Time to work.
my turn.
Just keep on waiting. Keep on waiting.
Time to take action.
I'll take you on.
What do I do?
Keep on waiting, keep on waiting, keep on waiting, keep on waiting until it's Archibald's turn.
Allow me.
And he does survive. Unfortunately for me. So we just kill him next turn. Always good. Archibald, he's very situational, I'd say. A map that's a very flat map. Archibald really struggles because he doesn't have much room to move around. He likes having room to move around, but he doesn't like moving around. He excels at the unique thing with Triangle Strategy, that being the height system. He really works well with that, and we now have Corentin and Narv's character stories. So, let's start off with Eridor inviting Corentin to some drinks.
Working hard again today, I see. How fares the research?
It progresses, and shall continue to do so, provided you remain out of my way.
Never one to mince words, are you? What is it you're researching exactly?
Your questioning remains distressingly inefficient. As I explained just yesterday, I'm exploring something truly groundbreaking.
And I'm asking you precisely how and why it's groundbreaking.
That would entail a thorough explanation of surface melting on ice crystals, one even you could understand. From there, I would have to explain how the quasi-liquid film on said crystal can then be thermodynamically stabilized.
All right, you win. I'm sorry I asked. But I can tell by your attitude all this work isn't good for you. You should join me for a swig of wine.
I'd rather not.
And why not?
Research has shown that wine inhibits the brain's higher functions.
Fewer words, more wine. A glass might shake a brilliant new idea out of that massive head of yours.
But my precious research! All I desire is to carry out my research without interruption. Are you listening, Eridor? My research on my terms. Why can they not grant me this one thing?
Yeah, well...
This cannot stand, Eridor. You hold me out here, yet you haven't so much as haven't touched your glass.
Oh, so you're an angry drunkard, are you? Lovely.
Me? A drunkard? Balderdash. It's the damn ministry. All their restrictions and secrecy. How are we to move forward if we can't share our techniques? Am I wrong?
You're damned right. As always, of course, about everything.
Sin on all that knowledge and skills it's not good. Worse than me locking myself up here.
Glorious silence. Thought the poor fool would never shut up. Right then. Off to bed with you.
For Balderdash. Love it. Narv speaking with Gila about Hyzant and Grandpa.
That should do it. You should be able to use that arm just fine in no time.
Many thanks, lad. You truly are a talented one. My apologies for treating you like an intruder the other day.
Think nothing of it, my good man. If you need anything else, I'm more than happy to help.
Your magic never ceases to amaze. Did you learn everything from your grandfather?
You bet I did. The Archmage Grandante taught me everything I know.
Grandante. There's something I've been meaning to ask you, Narv.
Ask away.
I was in Hyzant for a short time, studying at the Ministry. No doubt you know it's considered the greatest authority in this world when it comes to matters arcane. Their library contains everything from records of magically enhanced soldiers to technical tomes and much, much more. Their chronicles on the history of magic, too, were the most comprehensive in our realm. And yet, I do not recall seeing even a single mention of a mage named Grandante. One would think the achievements of such a powerful sorcerer would be recorded somewhere. Why are they not?
Those awful Hyzantians. Truly, they have no shame.
Narv?
The chronicles you speak of, in truth, they were written by my grandfather's own hand.
What? But then why is he not credited by name?
He refused to do the research the former Hierophant ordered of him, and was branded a heretic and unbeliever. They erased his name and achievements from the records, and made it like he never existed at all. He was then banished from the city and died in exile, his name all but forgotten. It's all their fault no one knows of the Archmage Grandante.
I had no idea.
These robes I wear were once his. They're the only remaining proof that he once walked this realm.
So you carry his memory with you everywhere you go.
I promised myself I would make the Archmage Grandante's name known around the world. So I'm going to work harder than I've ever worked before, until all in the realm know his story. And in the process, I'll become the greatest mage this world has ever seen.
That's the spirit.
Thanks, Gila. Just you watch, Grandfather. I'm going to make you proud.
Even the optional side characters can't get away from tragic backstories. We might as well advance some story despite being 17 minutes in. Don't worry about it.
Father, please open your eyes. There is so much I wish to ask you.
Lord Serenoa.
I cannot let Father hear how weak I've become. I must be strong.
Lord Serenoa, Master Benedict, you have a visitor.
Who is it?
Lord Silvio Telliore. He wishes for an audience with Lord Serenoa.
What business would the Lord of House Telliore have with me? Tell him we will be there shortly.
Yes, sir.
Every day is busier than the last.
We haven't had a moment to catch our breath.
You are doing a fine job as head of House Wolfort, Lord Serenoa. Your father would be proud if he could see you now.
I could not do it without you, Benedict. Thank you.
And, you know what? I think we got time to at least pop in to start finding out what the decision is about.
In short, you wish for the three high houses to join hands and fight the duchy. Is that correct, Lord Silvio?
Indeed. I believe it our duty to fight. Some are frozen in fear, trembling at the mere thought of the duchy's power. I feel that joining the three high houses under a single flag is the only way to unite them. My men ready themselves for war as we speak. Come to Telliore, and we can strike at Esros together. Prince Roland will be safe with us, of course.
It's as good a plan as any. You have my thanks for getting the preparations underway.
I wonder if Lord Landroy would agree.
I doubt House Fawkes would refuse a fight. Their devotion to the crown knows no bounds.
But of course, they reaped great rewards from the bountiful lands won during the war.
You propose reuniting the three high houses who led the Salt Iron War to its end. It is heartening to know you would once again lend us your strength.
We certainly could use all the help we can get. Though I wish we could resolve matters peacefully.
You speak as though your brother is not at fault for all this.
My bride-to-be bears no blame for the Duchy's actions.
My apologies. Forgive me for my outburst. But we haven't much time. I would have your answer now.
Shall we accept Lord Silvio's proposal, my lord?
Fetch the scales, Benedict. We shall decide our path together.
Lord Silvio made the journey to our domain to offer some lands. I don't know what the others think on the matter. I mean, it seems pretty obvious, but I'm sure there's something at play other than this. But we'll find out what's at play next time. But until then, see you guys later.